In the headlines for this hour on VTV News, Vietnam-Laos pledge stronger ties in all fields. And Prime Minister urges a thorough consideration for North South Highspeed Railway project. In our world news, UN warns about impact of digital economy on the environment.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 8 a.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. At the invitation of General Secretary and President of Laos, Thongloun Sisoulith, on Thursday morning, State President Tô Lâm arrived in Vientiane, commencing his state visit to Laos. After the welcoming ceremony, the two leaders held talks to discuss current and future cooperation between the two countries.
The Lao Party General Secretary and President hailed State President Tô Lâm choice of Laos as the first country to visit after taking office. It indicates that the party and state of Vietnam attach a unique importance to the great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation with Laos. The two leaders expressed their delight at the fruitful developments in bilateral ties and agreed that both sides will continue to exchange of high-level delegations. The two leaders underlined the need to continue effective implementation of high-level agreements and step up consultation on strategic issues, including enhancing security and defense cooperation to deal with new challenges, and continue mutual support to ensure political stability, security, social order, and safety in each country. The two countries need to increase the sharing and exchange information, bolster close cooperation at regional and international forums. Following the talks, the two leaders witnessed the exchange of 4 documents, including a memorandum of understanding between the two ministries of public security on building and implementing a population management and citizen identification system in Laos. Other documents include an extradition agreement between the Ministry of Public Security of Vietnam and the Supreme People's Procuracy of Laos, a cooperation plan for 2024 between the two ministries of justice, and an agreement to strengthen air transport connection between Vietnam and Laos.
Also on Thursday, Vietnamese State President Tô Lâm and General Secretary of Laos People Revolutionary Party, President Thongloun Sisoulith, held the ceremony and launched a project to build a resident management and citizen identification system in Laos. The project aims to effectively support the task of fighting and preventing crime as well as ensuring social order and safety. The project also contributes to creating a foundation for Laos to build a digital government, digital economy, and digital society, while strengthening the great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation between the two countries. Also during the state visit to Laos, State President Tô Lâm announced and presented 20 VinFast electric cars to Laos. The cars are gifted to party, state, and peoples of Laos to serve important events that Laos will host during its ASEAN Chairmanship Year 2024. This gift also demonstrates the consensus towards sustainable development, creating green transport between Vietnam and Laos. Continuing his state visit to Laos, State President Tô Lâm met with other top leaders of Laos, discussing important cooperation prospects between the two nations. More to follow.
State President Tô Lâm continued his state visit to Laos with a talk with Laos Prime Minister Sonexay Siphandone. The two sides highly appreciated the outstanding cooperation results between the two countries across all fields, contributing significantly to their socio-economic development, strengthening national defense and security, and ensuring the political and social stability of each country. The two leaders agreed to jointly create breakthroughs in economic cooperation, striving to achieve the trade growth target of 10 to 15% this year. Further key projects in energy, mining and infrastructure connectivity will be promoted. The Laos leader also affirmed that he will continue to work with Prime Minister Phie to implement high-level agreements between the two countries, especially in the economic field, bringing more practical benefits to the people of the two countries.
During talks with the chairman of the Laos National Assembly, Phie, both leaders affirmed the importance of regular high-level exchanges between the two countries, as well as the active implementation of the cooperation agreement between the two national assemblies. These efforts would include organizing conferences and seminars to enhance exchanges and sharing of professional experiences, and closely coordinating and supporting each other at regional and international parliamentary forums. State President Tô highly appreciated Laos for successfully organizing the first three-country National Assembly Summit of Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia last year. He affirmed that Vietnam is ready to support Laos in successfully undertaking important foreign affairs activities in the coming time, including Laos assuming the role of the 2024 ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly Chair.
On Thursday, Prime Minister Phie noted that logistic costs in Vietnam remain higher than the global average due to an undeveloped transportation system. He discussed this and investment policies for the North South Highspeed Railway project while chairing a meeting between the standing government members and leaders of ministries and sectors. The development of transportation infrastructure, including the North South Railway project, will reduce logistic costs, lower prices, and enhance the competitiveness of goods. He stressed the need for innovative and strategic approaches, aiming to complete over 1,500 kilometers of railway across 20 provinces and cities within 10 years, with the goal of completion set for 2035. The Prime Minister also stressed that the project should prioritize the most efficient and shortest routes designed to operate at a speed of 350 kilometers per hour. The leader also highlighted the necessities of a modern, digitized government plan, management plan, workforce training, technology transfer, and the development of a railway industry ecosystem. On Thursday afternoon, while receiving Chinese Ambassador Xiongbo, who came to bid farewell at the end of his term of office, Prime Minister Phie congratulated the ambassador of his successful completions of his nearly six-year term in Vietnam. The Prime Minister expressed his appreciation for the Chinese ambassador's positive contributions to the friendly and cooperative relations between the two countries, especially promoting the two historic mutual visits of the two countries' leaders. The Prime Minister suggested that the two sides soon concise the two high-level joint statements and promote cooperation in transport connectivity. Regarding maritime issues, the Prime Minister requested that the two sides comply with the important common perceptions of senior leaders and international laws. Expressing his agreement with the directions of Prime Minister Phie, Chinese Ambassador Xiongbo affirmed that after the end of his term, regardless of his positions, he will always carry with him good memories and feelings about the country and peoples of Vietnam. He hopes to continue to make positive contributions to the relationship between the two countries. On Thursday afternoon, the National Assembly Standing Committee held its closing sessions. Previously, the Standing Committee had given its opinions on the draft report summarizing the 7th sessions and the preparation for the 8th sessions of the 15th National Assembly.
According to the Standing Committee of the National Assembly, the proposed content for the 7th session has been completed despite a heavy workload. Personnel work was conducted strictly, thoroughly, and democratically. Laws and resolutions passed with a very high approval rate, a majority of which reached over 90% or more. More notably, there were 2 laws and 1 resolution with an approval rating of 100%. The Q&A sessions were also carefully executed. The National Assembly Standing Committee and the government representative have announced that the 8th session is scheduled to open on October 21st and end on November 28th. The session will also be divided into 2 smaller sessions so that agencies have time to receive and respond to feedback from deputies. It is expected that the government will present 75 content items at the 8th session, which is considered a large workload.
I requested that the documents will be sent 20 days before the section opening. If unforeseen circumstances arise, we will consider pushing the date back. I also requested that the Deputy Prime Minister and Head of the Government's Office direct ministries, branches to prepare documents according to the National Assembly regulations.
In his closing speech, the National Assembly chairman stated that from now until the end of the third quarter, a heavy workload lies ahead due to the 4 sessions of the National Assembly Standing Committee, the meeting between full-time National Assembly deputies, and the National Assembly Forum on Supreme Supervision Activities. The National Assembly chair thus requested that agencies of the National Assembly, the government, pay close attention to detail and work efficiently to produce quality results.
The Commune One Products program OCOP has entered its 6th year with more than 13,000 products certified as 3-star OCOP products or higher. However, among them, only 42 products achieved 5 stars, which means they are typical, outstanding, and representative of the country. And this year, the evaluation criteria will be tightened so that all products, once assigned 5 stars, can truly represent Vietnam's image.
This is one of the 5-star OCOP products that have just been re-recognized 3 years after first being granted stars. Even though it has achieved the highest ranking for OCOP, this vermicelli cooperative has never stopped developing. Its factories are regularly upgraded with modern machinery to launch new product lines. The cooperative also focuses on upgrading raw material areas according to market requirements.
The certification is an honor and a source of motivation for our cooperative to continue to make better products. Currently, the market is moving towards organic products, so we are mobilizing people to farm organically.
This year, only 4 out of 55 typical food products sent by localities were granted 5-star OCOP certificates. These products are all distinguished by their diverse designs and packaging, their ability to cater to market demands, and their environmental sustainability.
We have registered for trademarks in both Vietnam and other countries to protect our brand.
While getting certified is difficult, keeping it is even harder, especially when 5-star OCOP products are supposed to go beyond local boundaries, becoming products that carry the image and represent the country.
Localities and businesses need to maintain the quality of 5-star OCOP products and even increase it so that these products have long-term value and can represent Vietnam and be sold to the world.
Each OCOP product contributes to the prestige of the locality and reflects the efforts of authorities, businesses, and people. Therefore, maintaining and improving OCOP products requires greater awareness from those directly involved in making them.
Coming up next on VTV News, Vietnam to promote railway tourism. And pet industry to flourish in Vietnam. Welcome back to VTV News. Many localities have successfully allocated land for social housing projects according to the Departments of Housing and Real Estate Market Management under the Ministry of Construction. Vietnam has planted over 10,000 hectares for social housing projects, an increase of more than 6,600 hectares compared to 2020. For example, Dong Nai has allocated over 1,000 hectares, Ho Chi Minh City over 600 hectares, Quảng Ninh over 700, and Hải Phòng over 800. This year, the government has set a target to complete 130,000 social housing units nationwide. As of July 1st, the newly established Grassroots Security and Order Enforcement Unit has commenced operations following 3 existing forces: part-time commune police, civil defense, and local defense forces. Deployed in villages and residential groups, this force serves as the backbone in safeguarding security and order fostering a community-wide initiative to uphold national security. A report from the first few days of the initiative implementation in the mountainous commune of Liêm Phú, Văn Bản District, Lào Cai Province, where more than 97% of the population comprises ethnic groups.
As the village head, VTV assumes the position of captain within the Grassroots security and order protection team of Liêm Village. She stands as one of only 2 women among the 27 members comprising the force in Liêm Phú commune. They are all trustworthy party members who knows the area in the palms of their hands.
The grassroots force ensures security, responds swiftly, and enhances trust for business and daily life. As village chief for 8 years and now elected to the security force, I'm deeply honored by the people's trust.
During initial deployment, the Grassroots security and order protection forces in Liêm Phú commune have swiftly cleared pathways and reinstated order across local villages. Previously, 5 regular police officers handled village security. Now this task is assumed by the Grassroots security forces, who are regarded as an extension of the People's Public Security Force.
The Grassroots Security Force collaborates with commune police on security, rescue, fire prevention, traffic safety patrol, and maintaining social order. They also report complex cases to commune police for coordinated handling.
9 teams are assigned for each village in the commune. This force serves as a frontline presence, residing locally and closely integrated with the community. We prioritize training young, healthy, qualified individuals with capability for future roles.
According to the law on forces participating in security protection, this force is entitled to monthly support funds, voluntary social insurance contributions, and health insurance as regulated by the Provincial People's Council. Their role will focus on early detection and resolution of complex cases, safeguarding the public's interests and ensuring peace within the community.
Railway route and rail travel in Vietnam has grabbed foreign headlines. The British travel guide Lonely Planet even named the North South Railway as one of the world's most incredible road trips. Vietnam railway industry has recently offered interesting tours to have visitors discover Vietnamese heritage, culture, and cuisine. The growth of the industry has shown an outstanding development of Vietnam railway tourism post-pandemic.
Many trains have undergone upgrades and renovations to the finest existing carriages. The railway sector has provided guests with a comfortable and enjoyable trip. In the first 6 months of this year, the number of tourists traveling by train has reached nearly 3 million people.
Price seems really good for what we get. Got lots of space, got obviously food and drinks here.
Feels very luxurious. I think we're pleased that we've come on the latest.
To boost travel and attract tourists, the Vietnam National Authority of Tourism and the Vietnam Railways has signed a memorandum of understanding, paving the way for their cooperation in promoting rail tourism during the 2024 and 2030 periods.
We will coordinate with the railway sector to carry out promotions and other marketing activities to attract tourists. In addition to diversifying tourism products, we'll enhance the quality of services and the workforce through multiple training sessions to meet the recruitment needs of the railway sector.
During their train journeys, tourists will have a chance to join recreational activities, immerse themselves in the cheerful atmosphere while admiring beautiful scenery.
Adventurers seeking a glimpse into central Vietnam's cultural heart should not miss the Huế-Đà Nẵng train route. In addition to this, a railway tour from Hanoi to Hải Phòng offers tourists an opportunity to explore the local cuisine of the northern port city. These tours have attracted a large number of both domestic and international tourists. The combination of transportation and tourism services provides unique experiences for tourists seeking to explore the Vietnam's history, culture, and heritage.
Vietnam is the most affordable country in the world for expats, ranking first among than 50 destinations when it comes to personal finance. This is the result of the latest survey by Internations. The ranking surveyed more than 12,000 and 1,500 workers in 53 countries and territories. Ranking criteria revolve around the categories quality of life, life stability, work, personal finance, and essential needs. Besides the first ranking in personal finance, Vietnam also ranked quite high in working conditions for expats and essential services such as digital life, housing, etc. Internation as a community of workers working abroad with more than 5.3 million members coming from more than 400 global cities with a high level of reputation. Raising pets has become a growing trend amongst urban residents in Vietnam. A rapid increase in the sale of pet care products has paved the way for the pet industry to thrive. Join us in the following story to find out how the pet business is developing in the country.
Enjoying spa treatments, gathering around the birthday cake to blow the candles out. This is how this four-legged friend celebrated his third birthday with Quỳnh Anh family. A cherished member of this family, he has been taken care of like a baby. Quỳnh Anh doesn't mind spending a lot of money keeping her pet happy and healthy.
Pet care costs include medical injections, medication, food, drink, toys, and spa treatments. My dog is growing, so I can give him a bath at home. I also take him to a spa every 3 months.
The trend of humanizing pets make the industry growth inevitable. Services and products for pets include healthcare services, spa treatments, games and activities, and funeral services.
There are 3 categories of services. The first one is veterinary clinics owned by foreigners or targeting foreign customers. The second category is veterinary facilities owned by Vietnamese people and often targeting domestic customers. The last category is low-cost facilities with a vet visit costing less than $12.
Vietnam definitely has strong potential for the pet care market. Owners are shifting away from feeding their pets just table scraps. The percentage of pet cats and dogs being fed prepared food, or what we call packaged food or commercial food, is relatively very, very low. 73% of pet care sales in Vietnam happen through pet shops and superstores. On the other hand, when we look at supermarkets themselves, pet food unfortunately occupies a very limited space on the shelf.
Although the pet care market size in Vietnam has been valued at about $100 million, the country is expected to record a significant compound annual growth rate for pet dietary supplements from now to 2029, ranking second in Southeast Asia. With the pet industry experiencing rapid growth and Vietnamese consumers spending more, the business of pets is forecast to thrive in the coming time.
Coming up next in our world news, UN warns about impact of digital economy on the environment. And nearly 10 billion passwords leaked in biggest competition. While digitalization fuels global economic growth, as environmental repercussions are becoming increasingly severe, the United Nations warned on Wednesday. According to UN Chief Antonio Guterres, increased reliance on digital tools was directly impacting the environment, from depleting raw material, consuming water and energy, to spewing air pollution and generating waste. These are accentuated by emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence. The UN report came as Google recently reported a 48% increase in its greenhouse gas emissions over the 5 years up to 2023, attributed to powering data centers that support AI operations. Meanwhile, Microsoft's latest report showed a 29% increase in greenhouse gas emissions last year compared to 2020. Google and Microsoft have each pledged to become carbon neutral by the end of this decade. Almost 10 billion passwords have been leaked in the biggest password leak in history. The leak was first discovered by researchers at Cyber News, who said the file containing the data, called RACU2024.txt, was posted online on a popular hacking forum on July 4th. The latest credentials file contained entries from a total of 4,000 huge database of stolen credentials covering at least 2 decades. The sheer number of passwords that have been exposed could result in a cascade of the data breaches, financial fraud, and identity theft. Security software company Phie recommends that users take a number of steps to protect themselves from potential fraud or identity theft. Users are advised to stay vigilant about phishing emails, calls, or texts. Hackers use these methods to trick people into revealing sensitive information. CNN plans to launch a new paid streaming service and cut about 100 jobs, the company's CEO said on Wednesday. The decision came as the network struggles amid the decline of the U.S. cable broadcasting industry. CNN aims for its new subscription news products to launch before the end of 2024, with the hopes that it will generate over $1 billion. Under the new plan, CNN aims for its initial need-to-know subscription products to be followed by want-to-use paid of offering centers on lifestyle journalism. CNN also plans to merge 3 separate newsrooms for U.S. news gathering, international news gathering, and global digital news into a single organization. As a result, the company expects to eliminate about 100 jobs out of the 3,500-person global workforce. And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's it for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.